Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get right into it. Oh, before I get into it, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Still Standing. He shared one of my latest Basketball Wives review with his followers and, made a really cute comment about me and said, I think he said, she cute, I'm going to go on ahead and subscribe. Thank you, boo. I appreciate the love. I saw that YouTube lets you know when other creators share your stuff, and I love that. I really love it, especially when we're doing the same thing and we're watching each other's stuff and just sharing and supporting. Thank you so much, Mr. Still Standing. That was so that made my day. Totally appreciated. Anyway, let's get into it. So we are finally at this Costa Rica trip. Guys, if you watched the season trailer, you, like myself, have been waiting for this trip because this is a trip where I don't know if it happens, but I think OG throws Evelyn in the bush. I think that this is the trip that OG and CeCe finally snap. And we've been waiting for it. It's been a long time coming, way overdue. And it has been time for Evelyn to have met her match. Since Tammy no longer even messes with this group, I think she found her match at OG. Speaking of Evelyn, guys, the fandom has turned against Evelyn. I have not seen one positive tweet or Facebook post. Any post concerning her in this show on social media has been negative. The fandom is tired of her. And I think she really crossed the line with OG on her Instagram. And I just think that was the straw that broke the camel's back because everybody is sick of this girl. Everybody is sick of her. There was not one tweet, there was not one Facebook post, nothing on Instagram in support of her. The Basketball Wives Instagram page comment section, woo! Brutal. And in saying that, guys, I really hope you all know that a lot of this stuff on this show is fake and storyline. A lot of it is not what it's being made out to be. I think because I live in Los Angeles and I've actually seen this show filmed, I kind of got to see the wizard behind the curtain to see how it all plays out. A lot of it is being manipulated to get a reaction out of us. So I don't want you to take this show too seriously because about 95% of it is put together for our entertainment. That's all. So give these girls a break. Give all of them a break except for Phoebe. We will get into her. So the ladies arrive in Costa Rica and they're split. Half of the ladies are staying in Shawnee's suite section or whatever. And then the girls that Shawnee don't rock with, which is CeCe, OG, and Jackie, are staying right across in another villa. What I don't like is that this is at this point, this show has become middle-aged Mean Girls for no apparent reason. Shawnee said on Twitter that the only reason why she disinvited Jennifer was because she didn't want to cause any friction in the group. But I'm just I thought you guys made up. Shawnee said she didn't have an issue with her, but she didn't want to bring her on the trip and there be a problem or drama. But didn't you guys make up? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening here. Shawnee clearly has favoritism. It starts with Evelyn, which is why Tammy left the show. And then it's Kristen, because Kristen, no shade, is a little lapdog. She will not go against the popular girls. And it's sad because this woman has essentially sacrificed her family to be with the in crowd. It's really high school and it's really unfortunate. So we have Malaysia, Phoebe, who, can I just say real quick, guys, y'all have called her everything but her real name. Y'all have called her FUBU, felon, so many types of names, anything but Phoebe. So anyway, Malaysia, Phoebe, Kristen, and Shawnee are in their suite talking about the girls. Grow up. They are paying you guys dust, and y'all just cannot stop talking about them. And Malaysia's just I don't want to see that young, old face hoe talk about Jackie. Now she's jumped on the Phoebe train, age shaming her. And I'm Malaysia, you really need to read the room because you have fallen out of grace with a lot of people. Because a lot of people like myself are shocked that you are so adamant about being in this clique with Evelyn, who you had so much beef with in the beginning, especially with Shawnee, who said that you really don't bring anything to the show. Now you done moved on from that and you are cool, but whatever happened with you and Jackie, you can't get over that. You're done with her. How were you done with her when you were able to move on from some really serious disagreements with Shawnee and Evelyn, but you can't move on with Jackie? So she's calling her all of these names, insulting her. Phoebe is joining in, and I'm just like, you guys are going to get dragged at the reunion, and rightfully so, because you guys are just acting so terrible. No one within the fandom is on your side because you guys are not being reasonable. You're just waking up and being mean for no apparent reason. You're calling Jackie all these kinds of names like you wasn't jumping on tables with your cousins from Compton trying to fight her. And then when she's rehashing the story or telling it to, I think she was telling the story to Phoebe. She was retelling Phoebe what actually happened. Was it Phoebe or Shawnee? It was one of them hating heifers. She was telling them about how Jackie was reacting to her when she asked her if she said those things about her children. And she was like, Jackie came to me and she wanted to fight me, and I don't want to be around a woman that wanted to fight me. And I'm like, do you know that interaction was filmed? That never happened. Jackie was blindsided. She was actually trying to make light of the situation. You trying to fight her, jumping on tables, got your ratchet cousin from Compton trying to fight the girl. You were extremely delusional. She was delusional this entire episode. The fact that she thought that she was doing the right thing. I'm like, Malaysia, is you okay? What's going on with you? I'm very disappointed in Malaysia because I really liked her on this show. I thought that she was somebody who was always neutral, who was always trying to get the group together. She has just joined this mean girl clique, and it looks ugly on you, sis. It really, really does. And I think it looks so terrible on you because we saw you be better. So to see you become this person, disappointing, very disappointing. So let's talk about Febreze and her veneers. Was there anything wrong with her teeth? I actually think her past teeth, from what I've seen, actually looks a lot better than these veneers. She can't even really speak. I'm like, sis, you're over here age shaming Jackie and you look like you got dentures. You talking about her and how old she is while all the other girls are laughing. Like, how are y'all laughing at these horrible low blow jokes that are not going over well? That's all Phoebe has. Phoebe is all bark and no bite. She will talk about somebody so terribly, but when it comes time for her to be confronted on her words, she runs or she acts like it never happened. She deflects, she cries, or she gets out of there. I thought you this tough chick from the Bronx. So Shawnee invites all of the ladies out to dinner, although she didn't want the other girls to come. Shawnee, how are you going to get out of this at the reunion? I know you're the executive producer on this show, but you have not been a good person this season, because it was very obvious that you didn't want the other girls to go. You were making it seem like it was a chore to even invite them to the dinner. Why have them if you didn't want them to come to the dinner? And then they get to the dinner, Evelyn starts her mess, and they all start dragging the girls that got there. And I'm like, this ain't worth it. Every time I watch a new episode of this show, I understand why Tammy and Jennifer left. I'm just like, you know what? I probably would have did the same thing too. And I need that check, right? But I probably would have been like, you know what? I'd rather work at Walmart than deal with this foolishness. Just bitter and angry women for no reason. That's the thing, guys. They haven't justified anything. Evelyn, why are you being so messy? Why do you keep on trying to cause conflict between CeCe and Kristen, who are really family, guys? This whole situation really torn this family apart. So much so that Byron, Big Byron, who don't never get in no mess, went on his Instagram and started talking about how Kristen and his son were lying on him. So I was actually sent this tea by one of my loyal subscribers. Tag yourself in the comment section below if you were the one that sent me this information. But there's a video of Byron on his Instagram, and I think it's also on the Shade Room, where he's talking about this so-called dinner that he was invited to that he didn't show up. He was just like, I told them that I had a baseball game that I had to attend at that time and I wouldn't be able to make it, so let's schedule for the following day. He was like, for them to still shoot that scene and act like I purposely did not show up to hurt Kristen, it's just lies. And he doesn't even understand why they would do it. And I'm just like, Kristen, this is not going to go well for you, because I'm telling you, all it takes is for that husband to get mad at you one time and everything will come up. He will start blaming you for his family being torn apart like this. And you know what? Even though there's some alimony issues with his mother and Big Byron, at the end of the day, sis, he's still going to have a problem with you because Big Byron is going to let him know that the only reason he's not coming around, that the only reason that he's probably not in his wedding is because of you, because you continue to keep the drama going in this family. Sis, it's always you. It's always you. You drag CeCe in your confessionals. You drag CeCe with the cool clique that you want to be a part of. Then every time you sit and talk to her, you always acting like you want to fight her. I would not want to talk to you either. Like I said before, there's so many other things that you can drag CeCe about because CeCe is, a thicker version of Phoebe. Somebody who does a lot of talking behind people's backs, but never really likes to back it up until the next episode because, baby, homegirl has had enough. I cannot wait for this next episode. Messy Evelyn stirs the pot with fallopian tubes and Jackie. She tries to ask them how they're doing, knowing good and well that they're not on good terms. Phoebe, who is acting like she is drunk, is like screaming and yelling at Jackie. Goes to get the candle, some gift that Jackie gave her while she was mourning her grandfather, and gives it back. She's screaming and yelling at Jackie. Looking at Jackie, and I'm just like, listen up, Febreze. If you have watched prior seasons, you know to leave this woman alone. Because Jackie was actually alarming me. I was actually scared for Phoebe watching Jackie, who was so cool, calm, and collected. And I said, when Jackie gets like this, she's plotting. She's plotting, Phoebe, and you will not be able to come back from this. In Jackie's silence and in her being controlled, she actually made Febreze look stupid. Because Febreze was doing all this screaming, just acting a plumb fool, and Jackie was not fazed by her at all. Because when homegirl said, I've been called worse by better, ciao. I said, oh, Phoebe, she got you. She got you. All that screaming and yelling and smacking that Phoebe was doing, I was like, sis, all Jackie got to do is get up once and you're taking off. Because Phoebe is all bark and no bite. She's all bark and no bite. She will never back up what she says. She only does this stuff because she knows that she's in a protected place. She knew the security was there and that she was in between Shawnee, who was not going to let Jackie get anywhere near her. That's when she gets all of this power and confidence, when she knows that she's in a space where she will be protected. Febreze, they are going to drag you at this reunion, sis. This was a terrible introduction season for you. Really terrible. You know what I want to say? Shawnee acts like she is friends with Jackie. She's not. And Jackie, I hope you recognize that. I think Jackie won't say anything because she still wants to be on the show, and Shawnee is the EP or whatever, or the no, she's the executive producer. Is she? One of them big wigs on this show. So Jackie won't say anything, but how can you be somebody's friend when you're sitting there laughing at somebody who does not like them, insult them? Every insult that Phoebe was throwing out, Shawnee was laughing. It was funny to her. I'm like, this is your friend. How is it funny that somebody is saying these terrible things about your friend? You're nobody's friend. The only person that I think that Shawnee is friends to is Evelyn. I think they have a really good relationship that goes back years, and for some reason, they will never go at each other. Shawnee won't check Evelyn. Evelyn won't check Shawnee. It is what it is. And you know what? I've never been one to ride for Jackie like this, but this season, her and OG, I feel like I have to, specifically for Jackie, because the way she's being treated by these ladies, like she's not an OG, like she's not the reason that this show is still on. Phoebe is just saying the most foul things about her. Evelyn and Shawnee and Kristen are just cracking up, just having a good old time. And then the next day, Shawnee tells Kristen, oh, you're on Jackie duty. And Kristen is just like, oh my gosh, well, like she's a problem, like they don't like her. And I'm just like, you all have some nerve hating on Jackie when she is the only one holding this show up. Do you know where this show would be without Jackie? Canceled. And y'all sitting there acting like you make this show. Jackie makes this show. She has the most memes. She has the most mention. Call her crazy or whatever you want to call her, but she pulls her own weight on this show, and then she pulls additional weight. Give her some respect. Treating her like this is just not cool. I don't like this clique. I don't like this mean girl clique because it's just so unwarranted. It's unnecessary. These are successful Black women on TV acting a plumb fool. Yes, every show has drama, but you guys have never been kind. Every episode, you guys are just negative, nasty, and tearing somebody down. Rarely do we see y'all having fun or a good time. There's no balance in this show. It's just tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down for no reason. That's the thing. None of this is warranted. Everybody is shocked and caught off guard when y'all start going after them. This is ugly. So after that horrible dinner, the next day, all of the girls are going on different activities because, of course, they all can't do stuff together because they don't get along. I think Febreze and OG are doing like go-kart racing or something. I forget what it's called. Dirt bike, whatever. They're doing some kind of driving where they need help. And Febreze is just like, I'm doing this activity with OG to show her that I'm the bigger person. When? When have you been the bigger person? In all of your confessionals, you're saying awful things about people. Then you get in your scenes, you're saying awful things about additional people that you will never say to their face. When have you ever been the bigger person? Especially from last night. My dearest fallopian tube, you have never been the bigger person. Never. The scene with Febreze, Malaysia, and CeCe. And CeCe is like had enough. She's fed up and she's just like, I don't need Evelyn getting into my family business. Me and Kristen are family. We have problems. We will work it out. I don't need Evelyn coming in and mixing it up and making it worse than what it is. Totally agree with her. You know what I mean? I think she also called Evelyn some name or whatever. But Malaysia, who was supposed to be her family, starts defending Evelyn to CeCe. And I'm like, who are you, Malaysia? What side are you on? Wouldn't you be on the side of your family since you're always talking about how you guys are family and this is important and you need to fix this? Why are you defending Evelyn to CeCe, who is telling you that she is messing up your family? Shouldn't you be mad at Evelyn because she keeps on trying to cause dissension in your family? Who are you, dude? And then Phoebe has the nerve to fix her lips in her confessional because of course she wouldn't say it to her face. Where was all this energy when Evelyn was saying all this stuff last night? Why didn't you say it to her face then? You caught yourself, fool. Because remember, guys, Febreze was acting like she did not remember anything that she did last night at that dinner because she was so drunk. If you didn't remember anything, you didn't remember all the horrible things you said about Jackie, how did you remember that CeCe and Evelyn got into it? Now, granted, CeCe was telling her about the situation, but how do you remember so specifically when you're just like, you didn't have all that to say to Evelyn, but you were so drunk you don't remember what you said to Jackie, but you do remember that CeCe didn't say all this stuff to Evelyn. Congratulations, beloved. You played yourself. I love Jackie, but man, her mouth is something else. So Jackie is talking to Shawnee about the situation that the issue that she had with Phoebe. I think Kristen was there. If she was, I don't care. Jackie's talking to Shawnee about the situation, and Shawnee was just like, "You were so calm." And Jackie is like, "Well, you know, you can't really fight with a crackhead." Girl, what? Of all things, I just did not expect Jackie to call Phoebe a crackhead. I love her. And she's like, well, I've heard some rumors. Jackie, this is the thing about you. Stop with the rumors. Just say that this is how you feel. Just say that you feel like Fubu is a crackhead. Just say that. Because this is when you get into issues, when you say that I heard or there's a source or word on the street. No, sis, say it with your chest. This is how you feel because people already know that there's no source. There's no word on the street. It's just you. This is how you feel. This is why you got an issue with Malaysia. Because you're trying to make it seem like you heard all this stuff about her kids from a source when it was just you. It was clearly you. This is where you get in problems. If you fix that one thing, you'll be fine. Just let people know that the source that you heard everything from is you. Then after this full day of activities and the ladies talking about each other, Malaysia, CeCe's family, goes back to Evelyn and tells her everything that CeCe said about her. I thought y'all was family. What are you doing? And not only did she tell everything that Evelyn said, she also backed up what Phoebe was saying to Evelyn that CeCe said, like just giving her the whole rundown, and then laughed at the stuff that Evelyn was saying about CeCe. I'm like, this is your family. You told us this. You came in with, oh, you don't mess with family, but you are ready to mess with a very important person in your family for this modest VH1 check? Is it that good to you? Do you need it that bad? Because we would have never been leading with this whole, oh, this is my family storyline if you didn't say that. You were the one saying, like, don't mess with my family. We are family. We need to fix this. Then why are you running back telling Evelyn, who don't like CeCe, who torments that girl, what she said? What's going on? Are you team messy or are you team family? Which one is it, Malaysia? And then she does this, oh, well, I don't want anybody to think that I'm picking sides and I don't want to get involved because I'm really just a nice girl. No, you're not. Not this season. You have been completely awful. And especially to CeCe. You and Kristen have been terrible to her. The fact that you have never checked Kristen for essentially destroying your family, because she was the one that said it. She was the one that said that Byron wasn't a good grandfather. Before CeCe even told OG, messy OG, that little Byron wasn't Big Byron's son. Before we even got there, a year prior, Kristen told the world that Big Byron don't come see her kid. You should have checked her then. You should have checked your family then. But it seems like Malaysia has taken a side, and it is the side of Kristen, little Byron, and his sister. I guess there's like an alimony dispute, and I think that Malaysia and Kristen and all of them are mad at Big Byron for cutting off the mother. They are coming to this season to take down Big Byron. That's what it seems like they're doing. So they go after CeCe because he refuses to film with them. That's what's happening here. They have sided with baby Byron's mother, and now they are on this show going after CeCe and going after Big Byron, but he won't film with them, so they can only go after CeCe. And then you sit here and call this family. What kind of family is this? And Malaysia, who are you related to? Is it Byron or is it baby Byron's mother? I think she might be related to the mother. She might be related to Byron's ex-wife. Because why would you get in the mix of this? Why would you defend Kristen and not CeCe? Yeah, she might be related to the ex-wife. Because initially I thought she was related to Byron, but I think she's probably related to him through marriage. And her connection in relation to him is the ex-wife. Maybe that's what it is. Because Malaysia just does not defend CeCe, but she will defend Kristen with every breath in her body. But CeCe won't get the same. Who got the tea on this family and their relations to Malaysia? Let us sister know in the comment section below. The episode ends on a cliffhanger. We won't see the results of this three amigas at dinner until next week. Basically, CeCe finally confronts Evelyn and she just lets Evelyn know everything she thinks about her and she doesn't back down. And I'm extremely proud of CeCe because it's about damn time that she stands up for herself, because nobody is going to fight your battles for you, sweetie. You got to start standing up for yourself. Well, I take that back, because it seems like next week OG is going to fight all of your battles physically. I cannot wait. You know what, Evelyn? Listen, you have been a bully for seasons on this show. It's about time that somebody throw you in a bush. Can I be real? It's time. It's time for somebody to get wine bottle throwing Evelyn in her place. Thank God for OG. Anyway, that's where this episode ends for me. What did you think of this episode? I enjoyed it. I am, however, patiently waiting for next week's episode, because that's going to be the juiciest one this season. But what did you guys think of this episode? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week for the following episode of Love and Basketball. It's late, basketball wives. Love you guys. Bye.